Hey everyone, I'm Chongwen from Pocketnow.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Kin 2. Both the Kin 1 and the Kin 2 will be available on May 6th on Verizon Wireless online, and on May 13th throughout Verizon Wireless's national retail stores. The Kin 1 and 2 will join Microsoft's Windows Phone family. So let's go ahead, and in this video we're going to go ahead and do an unboxing of the device and see what it comes with. And then we're going to go ahead and briefly take a look at the device. So here in my hands I have the Kin box. The packaging comes in a round cylindrical box that has a matte black finish. The Kin 1 has a white finish and also a black embossed label on the bottom that says 2. The Kin box has also green letterings. You'll find this shade of green throughout the device and on the user interface as well. So let's go ahead and remove the top, which is a nice rubbery feel. And inside you'll see more of the green accents, as well as a tab for you to pull out the tubular packaging on the inside. The box is a recyclable material with a green elastic band wrapped around it. And inside the box, on one side you'll have the Kin 2, which runs on a version of Windows Phone and has a sliding QWERTY keyboard. We're going to go ahead and set this aside for just a moment. And here in this package, you'll see that there are menus or different manuals on how to use the device and quickly get acquainted with your Kin. You also have a micro USB to USB charge and sync cable, as well as stereo headphones that connect to the device via a 3.5mm headphone jack, as well as a wall adapter for quickly charging your Kin. Let's go ahead and set that aside and take a look at the hardware. The device has a half VGA resolution capacitive touchscreen with an earpiece speaker on one end, and on the bottom you have a microphone port as well as a back button. On the upper right hand side you have the power button, which toggles the screen on and off, volumes up and down, as well as a dual press shutter for the camera. Press in lightly to focus and press in hard to snap your picture. A micro USB port and 3.5mm headphone jack flank both ends of the device. The left side is relatively clean except for a little notch here where you can push in to release the back battery cover. Speaking of the camera, the Kin has a 8-megapixel camera. The Kin 1 has a 5-megapixel camera. The 2 has an 8 with HD 720p video resolution for recording, as well as a bright Lumi LED flash. The 8-megapixel camera will compete with the HTC Droid Incredible, also on Verizon Wireless. This device has an 8-megapixel camera that records in VGA resolution, and instead of the bright Lumi LED flash, it just has dual LED flashes. The back has a nice texture matte finish to it. It's not a rubberized finish, but it does have a nice texture to it. And then the keyboard, they're circular with a nice modern font to the layout and a very long space bar. The keys do offer a nice tactile feel to them, and it is very clicky. And then you'll see also elements of green throughout the keyboard as well. The keys are nicely spaced and aren't contiguous. As far as the user interface on the Kin has 3 home screens. The first screen here in the middle is what we call the loop. The Kin loop allows you to stay in the loop with your social media and social networking by aggregating all your status updates from various social media sites such as Twitter, Facebook, Windows Live, and MySpace. and it also integrates RSS feeds if you have any. There's also a kin spot here at the bottom, which is indicated by this green circle. If you want to share something, Microsoft introduced a new paradigm for cut, copy, and paste by just tapping and holding, which brings up a thumbnail of what you see here, and then you can drag it into the spot. The next home screen is the favorites, and this is where your favorite contacts, not all your contacts, but your favorite ones that you interact with the most are stored. And then you can go ahead and tap until you see a thumbnail and then drag into the spot. So if I were to share that caption with a person, I would just drag the person into here. And then if I hit send at the top, Kin gives me an option to send via text or MMS message and email. So even users who don't have a Kin would be able to access the links that I would share with them, and they can access the URL or view it as a screenshot here. If you want to adjust any of your contacts, if you want to rearrange them or remove them, tap with 2 fingers, and then you can go ahead and remove contacts or even rearrange different ones into different spots. And then the other home screen, the third home screen, is the apps home screen. Kin unfortunately doesn't allow you to download additional applications, although it runs on the Windows mobile platform or the Windows Phone platform. And then you'll find various different apps regularly needed, including a messaging app, email app, and a phone app. There's also an integrated Zune music experience, so you can use your Zune Pass and stream music that way, or listen to Zune streaming radio. Music can be downloaded and integrated with the device via the Zune desktop software for Windows PC users, and for Mac users, side-loading DRM will be available via an app for the Mac platform when the device gets released. Let's go ahead and check out the camera. And you'll see elements of Windows Phone 7 here when you go into the camera menu, where the panoramic screens are indicated where the ends are, so it shows you that there is more content if you go forward. The Zune browser is an HTML-based browser. And if we go to Pocketnow.com, it does take a while to load. So now that the page has mostly loaded, if I want to share the page, I can go ahead and tap and hold, and a thumbnail would appear, and I can drag it down to the spot. So this has been a quick tour of the Zune, or of the Kin 2 with Zune software and Windows Phone underlying. And this phone will be available on Verizon Wireless, Vodafone internationally, and it will be basically Microsoft's next generation of the Sidekick device. The Kin is manufactured by Sharp, and I'm Chung Win for Pocketnow.com. Thanks for watching.